Hey folks, it's Borders Dude here. Today I'm taking a look at a figure that I purchased prior to TFN but did pick up at TFN, and it was bought from Mr. Thew Adams, aka Thew's Awesome Transformers Reviews, and it was Transformers late G1 Thunderclash. So here he is, Thunderclash, and he just stands out. He put out an imposing presence in a good way, a very standout presence. He just looks awesome. Look at all that detail, look at the light piping that follows you everywhere. Articulation, well, you have that bit there and you have an elbow joint. That's your articulation for this figure, but it doesn't matter. What this figure does on your shelf is just look brilliant and stands out and brings a bit of oomph, a bit of pizzazz to your Transformer display. So here's a closer look at Thunderclash in his robot mode. Now I want to get this done while there's still a decent amount of sunlight. Just more than anything to show off that epic light piping. Look at that, that is absolutely brilliant, as well as his back panels. You just don't see that anymore. Now, like I say, it's G1, so the detail, it's there, while it's very G1-esque, very minimalistic. Got all that lovely gold plastic on his feet. Gently moving to the side there. And round the back, where there's more detail there, but it's more to do with his alt mode, I guess. Now he is coming across a bit yellow on camera. That's just because of the way the lighting is. I don't have a better lighting rig at the moment, but this gives you an idea of just what it looks like up close and personal. Of course, it wasn't just the cab section of Thunderclash I bought from Thew prior to TFN. It was, of course, this part as well, his cab. It was the complete package minus the gun that Thunderclash came with, and this is just as beautiful and as striking as Thunderclash himself. Look at that awesome G1, late G1 European logo. This is the logo that people my age are more familiar with than, say, the original Generation 1 logo, I would say. Certainly in my personal opinion. Look at everything that's going on there. Look at where all the missiles store nicely. You've got all that lovely, lovely looking plastic, lovely looking colours. And of course the wheels do roll. I thought I'd do this view as well for the cab, because it's always quite hard to pick up the cab detail when you're reviewing in front of the camera. So a little POV shot here of the cab. We've got that lovely classics European Transformers logo. See all the detailing going on in the missile launcher. It's pretty awesome. Of course, you've got the neon plastic there. You've got this sort of, I don't know what this would be, I'd say an engine, but it's not going to be an engine. But so much detail going on, it's assumed it's going to crumble away eventually in years to come. Yeah, nothing going on wheels. Carefully turn it around. So you got again that European Transformers logo. We can see through the little target lens there, that's pretty cool. We'll get a closer look at that lens the proper way as well. So much detail going on in this plastic, it's amazing. And there's where you store the missile pods. Here's his cab. Now, there's not much detail going on because you've got those lovely massive neon pink windows with the European Transformers logo, but you've got that brilliant sticker. Now I'm sure there's a name for that, but I'm not exactly sure, but that's just awesome. Again, you have some of that lovely European late G1-esque sticker design there. Not G1-esque, G1, late G1. And then the detailing again in the cab, which you see in the robot mode as well. When it comes to transforming Thunderclash, it is a game of two halves. You have the cab and the tractor trailer. Now do the cab first, simply because it's the less scary given the age of the figure. In the GPS, what you do there is you pull down the legs first, and then adjust the feet. Go around the back of the figure, and pull down the little flap that's covered in the head. Then lift the head up slightly, but not all the way. Turn the figure back around, and open up the two cab windows, which leaves a hole for the arms to pop through. Then you put the roof down, which forms the chest of Thunderclash, then pop the head up, and that's you got him transformed in his robot mode.
The scariest part of transforming Thunderclash, transforming his trailer. The very first thing you do is press a button on the front of the trailer which lowers the missile pods. Do this very carefully, support the missile pods if you can, just because they're full of gold plastic. Once that's done, what you'd normally look to do is pull up the middle which forms the tower. What I'd recommend doing though is going to the back of the trailer and pulling down the trailer ramp, as this will make the pulling up the middle section, the tower section, a lot easier. Once you've done that and got the tower section up, open up the sides of the trailer cab and make the ramps. Be very careful doing this as well because they're on gold hinges, which is a bit scary. Then this is probably the most scariest part, is turning the tower section 180 degrees, and you've also got to be very supportive of the missile in the middle of the trailer as well when transforming, because it's full of gold plastic. But once you've got all that sorted, that's you ready to go with Thunderclash's base mode.
Here is his base or weapon system mode for his trailer. Now, it's very difficult to show this off in camera. I don't really have the space to do it, to give it justice, so I can really zoom in on parts for you. One thing I didn't mention was round the back here. That's a trailer hitch there that clips onto the back to allow Thunderclash to stand on there. I forgot to show that in the transformation. But again, I'm very loath to put him on this because I've not got this sort of balanced correctly. I don't think I have, so I'm not going to risk it at the moment. And obviously with all this gold plastic here, and especially his phallic shaped weapon there and the hinges, I'm very loath to move it too much, so I am sorry that you're not seeing the whole sort of thing there with his weapon base mode, but I'm sure you understand that, well, things are just easy to crumble on this. And as you've seen, a bit's already came off the missile at the start of my video, and the missile launcher that I showed you. But that gives you an idea of just how much of an epic display piece this still makes at this day. In this day and age, I still think it's pretty epic. So my final thoughts on Thunderclash. I'm so happy to have this figure. So happy. Like I say, it's one of my grails. It's one of those figures I always seen as a child in Woolworths, but was never able to get. I also always confused this figure with the Micromaster cab and trailer. The Micromasters were like two connectables that joined together, part of that wave. I always seem to get those two confused in my head. But this is the real deal. This is the Thunderclash. This is the figure that I wanted for my collection. So happy to have him, but there's a bittersweet realization that this figure will eventually just crumble into pieces, and I've already seen it and witnessed it because this bit has came off the missile pod. Now in Thew's video he did notice that and saying it was coming off, so I was well aware of it. It's a shame it's happened, but I knew the risks of picking up this figure. And also, hear that rattle? I thought that was the wheels. It's not the wheels. There's crumbling gold plastic within his feet, so he's decaying from the inside out, which is a horrible thing to say, but it's the truth. Now, would I recommend this figure? Absolutely. If you're happy to take on the risks of owning this figure and similar other figures with this GPS syndrome, then yes. I'm so happy to have this figure. It's an impressive display piece and will go great with the other Turbomasters and late G1 Euro, G2 figures that I am collecting. And if you're happy to collect that stuff and happy knowing the risks, I would definitely recommend them. You can always get the third party Mastermind Creation Thunderclash. It just came out if you really want a Thunderclash but don't want this. But how could you not have this piece of iconic history that was only released in Europe? Strange, very strange that we in the UK and Europe seem to continue on Transformers, but they sort of quietly petered out in the US, but we continued all the way through. So we didn't stop and then suddenly jump to Beast Wars. It was just a continuation, and I for one am happy for that and happy to have this figure in my collection. Well folks, that's my look and review at Thunderclash. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much to my new subscribers. I'm nearly there at 200. That was one of my goals to reach. It'd be great if I can reach that before, say, the end of the year, but we'll see. Thank you very much for subbing to me. I really do appreciate it, and I always do reply to every comment that is left on my videos. I'll show some pictures of Thunderclash at the end of this video, and as always, be excellent to each other.